The Ottawa Senators are extremely pleased to select from the Boston U Terriers, Brady Tkachuk.
Derek Brassard drops, goal, in, score! 2-on-1, goes around.
Welcome to Sens Talk. My name is Brandon, and I'm your host. Before we get started, please follow us on Twitter at @SensTalk_ for live updates of the games and, of course, breaking news. After every single Sens game, we tweet out a poll for you, the fans, to vote in for the Sens Talk Star of the Night, and we announce it after every single video. So please head over to our Twitter at @SensTalk_ after every single Sens game and participate in our Sens Talk Star of the Night poll. Now, before we get into tonight's recap between the Ottawa Senators and the Minnesota Wild, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor SeatGeek for sponsoring tonight's video. SeatGeek is a ticket app that takes confusion out of buying tickets. They rate the tickets between a 0 to 10 score, with 10 being good and 0 being bad. Great algorithm, a great future of this app, or at SeatGeek.com, is the fact that firstly you can see where you're sitting in the arena or a venue wherever you're buying tickets. All tickets on the website with my code I'll get to in a second. You get the discount with it. You can see where you're sitting. Another added bonus, there are green dots, there are red dots, and there are orange dots all over the map. If you see a green dot in the 100 section, like front row, that means it's below face value and you're going to save money. If you see like a red dot in like the 300s, like at the Canadian Tire Center, it means it's overpriced and you should avoid that ticket and look for something cheaper. If we're speaking of cheaper, use my promo code SENSTALK to save $20. I repeat, $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek.com or download the app on the App Store. Helps yourself out, it helps the channel out, and you get to go to a great event such as a hockey game or a concert, etc. So please consider it. My promo code is SENSTALK to save $20 off your first purchase. Now let's get into tonight's game between the Ottawa Senators and the Minnesota Wild. So tonight's game between the Minnesota Wild had the same exact lineup as last game when the Senators lost 7-5 to Mike Hoffman and the Florida Panthers. Similar style of game. The Senators were down early and came back but did not complete it. So we'll get into the recap here, but we have a couple lineup notes and stats. So firstly, like I just repeated, I'll say it again. Senators lineup remains the same, so Wyman and McCormick are out as Yarrow stays in. As well, Stone, Duchesne both have 16 points in November. That's the most in the National Hockey League in the month of November so far. As well, Senators have 57, I repeat, 57 points from the defense without Erik Karlsson, as he was traded from the defense tied for first in the National Hockey League with the Nashville Predators. And Duchesne is fifth, quietly moved up to fifth in National Hockey League scoring. He has like 15, 16 points in his last 7 games. He's on a really crazy pace. And let's see if we can keep it going tonight. To the first period to go, starting goaltenders was Devin Dubnyk for the Minnesota Wild and Craig Anderson for the Ottawa Senators. To the first period to go, 16 minutes in, and the Minnesota Wild and the Senators' first 10 minutes was pretty even. But after the 10-minute mark hit, the Wild were all over the Senators. They hit the post a couple minutes later. They hit the post a couple minutes later. Greenway puts it in, no one covering him. It's 1-0 Wild. The first goal didn't count, the second one did. The Wild are up 1-0, and they're not giving any help to Craig Anderson. Greenway was wide open and no coverage there. No CC was awfully out of place, like usual. Awful hockey player he is. And Greenway put it in, so it's 1-0. 11 seconds to go. Matt Dumba's wide open on the power play. The power play is putrid, the worst in the National Hockey League and the worst penalty kill, I've seen in years in the National Hockey League. Dumba, like an Ovechkin shot. It's 2-0 on the power play. His 9th of the year from Michael Granlund and Ryan Suter. And just like that, heading into the second period, Senators are deflated. They only have like 3 to 4 shots. They're getting outshot badly by like triple. And they're down by 2. And they start off the second period not even better. Awful. 6 minutes in, even awful. 3-0 Wild now. Eric Stahl on the power play from Granlund and Suter. Power play is awful. Penalty kill is awful. And I don't know why the Senators have not fired Martin Raymond, or why Martin Raymond's still in charge of the penalty kill. Because honestly, the penalty kill is the reason we're losing hockey games majorly, because we can score, and the majority of the goals we're giving up are on the power play. We need to stay off the penalty kill, and we need to find a way to stop teams from scoring on the penalty kill. We need to be more disciplined, we need to cover better, and we need to get a new system in place for defending on a penalty kill, because really it's ridiculous But there's some positive news. 6 minutes later, Turney gets a nice pass from Bodker. He puts it in. Third of the year. Finally gets a goal after a bunch of games without one. It's a 3-1 game from Bodker and Christian Jaros. This is Bodker's 300th career National Hockey League point, so congratulations to Mikhail Bodker. But 4 minutes later, the lead is gone. A turnover. It's 4-1. Wild. Dumba again, his second of the night, 10th of the year. This one I believe Anderson should have stopped, and it went off his glove and in. 4-1 on the power play. Not on the power play, but Greenway and Charlie Coyle draw the assist on the goal. We head to the third period now, and the Senators are not looking great. They have like 10 to 12 shots. They're getting outshot double now, and the Wild are up 4-1. Devin Dubnik's in net. He's doing his thing. But 52 seconds in, short-handed, Thomas Hotsum Bacho Shabbat. Boom! It's a 4-2 game, bar down, and a beautiful shot, a beautiful goal from Zach Smith, assisted on that goal to Thomas Shabbat, and the Senators are down 4-2. That would now leave Shabbat with 25 points on the season. That ties his last season with 25 points, but that was in 63 games. This season, he's got 25 points in 22 games. I repeat, 25 in 22 games. Last season, 63 games, he only got 25. So, in half the games, in like 1/3 of the games he's played, he has tied his point total from last season. He's developed much faster than any of us could have anticipated, and honestly, he's looked great. And he was all over the ice tonight, and he's that guy on the blue line that I knew he would be eventually. He's come much developed much more rapidly than I was expecting. Move on now. Senators, after the Shabbat goal, they start getting some momentum, and finally that momentum pays off. Christian Jaros shoots it on net, and he gets his first in the National Hockey League. It's a 4-3 game from Zach Smith again. 2.9 for Zach Smith. It's a 4-3 game, and all of a sudden, the arena's quiet, Dubnik's a little shaky, and the Senators are down by 1. The pesky Sens are here. And then a minute later, Tom Pyatt breaks the 26-game pointless streak. It's a 4-4 game. White puts it in his 7th of the year. Ties the game at 4. Pyatt gets his 100th career National Hockey League point after 26 games in a row without scoring or getting a point. So congratulations to Tom Pyatt. And the Senators, finally, they put their mind to it in that third period. Back-to-back games with comebacks. It's a 4-4 tie. But a minute and a half later, blown coverage, and given away the puck. And given away the lead. It's a 5-4 lead for the Minnesota Wild now from Eric Stahl, who was left all alone. No chance for Anderson. A one-timer. 5-4 from Zucker and Granlund and the Senators. They try to gain some momentum after this, but honestly, they can't when they keep on giving stupid defensive breakdowns. They give Eric Fair an empty net goal. It's 6-4 the final. Senators now are 9-10-3 on the season. And that Mikko Koivu threw Bobby Ryan down on that that odd man rush for the empty net goal for Fair. Can't believe they didn't call a penalty there, but either way, Shabbat in the last minute and a half had a great couple of chances, created multiple chances for the Sens to score. But let's get to the stats tonight. So firstly, shots were 34-27 Minnesota, but Senators really put it on that third period, outshooting them 13-8. We head to the team stats. Ottawa's faceoffs were 36-27. Power plays 2-for-4 for the Wild. They killed us there, and a lot of teams are killing us in the penalty kill. And Ottawa's power play went 0-for-4. Big reason for that is because Bobby Ryan was on the right-handed shot side. He can't shoot the puck anymore. He's had like 6 or 7 hand injuries in the last year. They should rotate him with Mark Stone, because Bobby Ryan still has great puck handling skill. He can really pass the puck nicely, and Stone can shoot it much better. So somebody that can actually shoot should go there. So I don't understand why Ryan's there, because he can't shoot. He's awful to watch, and he can't shoot there. Hits were 16-10 Wild, and I repeat, I'll say it again, 34-27 shots on goal for the Wild. Third star of the game, Jordan Greenway with a goal and assist. Second star, Matt Dumba, could have had a hat trick multiple times. And the first star, Eric Stahl with the game-winning goal. Senators on pace to allow record-breaking 350 goals this season. That's the first time since 2006, I believe, when the Pittsburgh Penguins allowed 310. That'd be 40 more goals. They're on pace for 350 allowed goals this season. And they really got to clean it up. I'll say it again. The Senators need an actual backup to give Craig Anderson some breaks so he doesn't have to allow 5 goals a game because he's absolutely tired and dead. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know why Pierre Dorian hasn't tried to do this. Mike McKenna is not the backup we need. We need like someone like Curtis McElhaney. You could even look at Charlie Lindgren. There's options around the league where you can get a quality backup slash starter, 1A, 1B situation with Craig Anderson, this backup that can come in. They give him a break, and so we don't blow away the leads and have chances to win the games, because when you're playing every night or every 2 nights and you're 37 years old, it's not going to be a great season. But, like I said before, I'll say it again, Chabot looked great. Power play needs some improvements, like Ryan and Stone switching positions, and Sanders need to look for a backup goalie. As well, the Sanders need to work on their defensive structure. They keep on breaking down, and I don't know why Boretsky and Ceci are together. I don't know why Lajoie has to stay with Ceci. I don't know why Ceci's still on the team. But back-to-back comeback bids were blown in the third period. They get the comeback, they tie it, and then they blow the game. But, let's see what they can do Friday against the Dallas Stars. Before we wrap the video up, let's get to the Sens Star of the night, voted by you, the fans. So in fourth place with 0% of the vote, it was between Jake Batherson or Zach Smith to put here. I believe, even though Zach Smith got 2 points tonight, and he got in that third period, I think Jake Batherson was all over the ice, had multiple chances, and I thought he just had a better overall game. So I'm going to put an honorable mention to Zach Smith. 2-point night for a third, fourth liner. It's solid. Jake Batherson, 0% of the vote. And an interesting thing tonight, the Senators' top brass like Stone, Duchesne, etc., they didn't get anything going tonight, so the Sanders' depth really scored for them tonight. But if they could have got that top line going, Brady Tkachuk, Bobby Ryan, Mark Stone, Matthew Shane, etc., I think we would have had a better chance to win this game. But it was all about the depth tonight. Depth really showed up. Zach Smith, Tom Pyatt, Bodker, Cherney, etc. Really, they're the reason we came back in this game, as well as Tom Chabot, of course. So honorable mention to Zach Smith. Third star of the night, 5% of the vote. Surprised by this, Christian Jaros, 1 goal, 1 assist tonight. He also hit the post moments after he scored his first career National Hockey League goal. He didn't look like a mess in his own end. Had multiple chances offensively. I thought he deserved a better fate in this poll, but only 5% of the vote registered for him. Second star of the night, with 9% of the vote, Tom Pyatt. I think this is more of a joke. He got his first career, he got his first point in 26 games, 100th career National Hockey League point, and I put it more as a joke. I was assuming he was going to get fourth or third, but he got second. I think Jaros deserved it way over Tom Pyatt. And the first star of the game, 86% of the vote, no surprise here, Hudson Placho, Thomas Chabot, all over the ice, looking like Erik Karlsson. Imagine him and Erik Karlsson. Don't get me started there, but either way, Chabot was absolutely spectacular, and he's just looking absolutely incredible, and looks like he's ready. He's ready to take the league by storm and be that true elite defenseman that we know he will be. But besides that, the next Sens game is against the Dallas Stars on Friday, November 23rd at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Tomorrow is Happy Thanksgiving to in the United States. A Happy Thanksgiving to everyone watching in the United States. But besides that, the final score, Senators fall in a wild game to the Minnesota Wild, 6-4. They fall to 9-10-3 on the season. I'll see you Friday when the Senators take on the Dallas Stars. So besides that, thank you all for watching. Please follow us on Twitter at @SensTalk_ for live updates of the games and, of course, breaking news. Please like us on Facebook, SensTalk. Add us to circles on Google Plus SensTalk. Click the big red button down there and subscribe to us. Like this video, share this video, share cool stuff. Please check out our website, SensTalkCentral.com. We update that every single day. Of course, please check out our sponsor, SeatGeek.com, or download the app on the App Store and use our promo code SensTalk. I repeat, SensTalk, to save $20 off your first purchase. By the time this video is over, there's buttons here to click. Please click it if you would like. Final score, 6-4 to the Minnesota Wild. I'll see you Friday when the Sens take on the Dallas Stars. I'll see you then. Go Sens, go.